How to complete Form I-765. Writing instructions. Type or print clearly using black ink. Providing additional information. If you need extra space for any item on the application, use Part 6, Additional Information, or attach a separate sheet of paper. On each additional sheet, write your full name and alien registration number, a number, if any, at the top. Clearly indicate the page number, part number, and item number that your answer refers to. Sign and date every attached sheet. Answering questions. Answer all questions fully and accurately. If a question does not apply to you, type or print NA. For example, if you've never been married and the question asks for the name of your spouse. For numeric questions, if your answer is 0 or none, type or print none. For example, how many children do you have? Or how many times have you departed the United States? Unless instructed otherwise. Part 1. Reason for applying. Select only one item number that best explains your reason for applying. 1.A. Initial permission to accept employment. 1.B. Replacement of a lost, stolen, or damaged employment authorization document, EAD, or correction of your EAD not due to USCIS error. 1.C. Renewal of your permission to accept employment. If you choose 1.C, attach a copy of your previous EAD. Part 2. Information about you. Item numbers 1.A through 1.C. Full legal name. Provide your full legal name exactly as it appears on your birth certificate or legal name change document. Item numbers 2.A through 4.C. Other names used. List all other names you have used, including aliases, maiden names, and nicknames. If additional space is needed, use Part 6, Additional Information. Item numbers 5.A through 5.F. U.S. mailing address. Provide a valid mailing address in the United States. This may include your U.S. residence, APO or commercial address, U.S. Post Office, P.O. Box. If mail will go to someone else, include an in care of name in your mailing address. For addresses in U.S. territories with an urbanization name, enter the urbanization name in the in care of field. Important. USCIS will send your EAD to this address. Do not use your attorney or legal representative's address. Safe mailing address option. If you have a pending or approved Form I-360 VAWA self-petition, Form I-914, or Form I-1918 and feel unsafe receiving mail at your residential address, provide a safe mailing address, which could be a P.O. box, a friend's address, attorney's address, community-based organization, or any other secure location where you can reliably receive mail. If no safe mailing address is provided, USCIS may use the address of your attorney or preparer. If your safe mailing address differs from your current residence, also provide your U.S. physical address in item numbers 6.A through 6.E. Part 2 continued. Information about you. Item numbers 7.A through 7.E, U.S. physical address. Type or print your current physical address in the United States in the spaces provided. Item number 8. Alien registration number, A number, if any. An A number is issued to people who apply for or are granted certain immigration benefits. It may also be issued by USCIS, ICE, CBP, EOIR, or DOS. If you have an A number, type or print it in the space provided. For EAD renewals, this number may appear as the USCIS number on the front of your card. If you have more than one A number, provide additional information in Part 6, Additional Information. If you do not have an A number or cannot remember it, leave the space blank. Item number 9. USCIS online account number, if any. If you previously filed an application or petition through the USCIS online filing system, provide the USCIS online account number. You can find it by logging into your account or on the USCIS online account access notice received after filing through a lockbox facility. Note: this number is not the same as your A number. Enter it in the space provided if applicable. Item number 10. Sex. Indicate male or female as listed on your birth certificate or in secondary evidence submitted to USCIS. Item number 11. Marital status. Select the box that corresponds to your current marital status at the time of filing Form I-765. Item number 12. Previous application for employment authorization. If you have applied for employment authorization in the past, select Yes. Provide copies of any previous EADs if available. Item numbers 13A through 17B. Social Security number information. Item number 13A. Indicate whether the Social Security Administration has ever issued you a Social Security card. Item number 13B. Enter your SSN from your card or any previously used name, such as a maiden name. Items 14 and 15. If you want SSA to assign a new Social Security number or issue or reissue a Social Security card, answer yes. Items number 16A and 17B. Provide your father's and mother's given and family names at birth. SSA uses this information to issue your Social Security card. Note: completing items 14 and 17B is optional, but an SSN is required to work in the U.S. and for E-Verify verification. Item numbers 18A and 18B. Country or countries of citizenship or nationality. Type or print the country or countries where you are currently a citizen or national. If stateless, type the last country of citizenship. If holding multiple citizenships, type the country that issued your most recent passport. Item numbers 19A through 19C, place of birth. Enter your city, town, village, state, or province and country at the time of your birth. Use the country's name as it existed at your birth, even if it has changed since then. Item number 20, date of birth. Enter your date of birth in mm.dd.yyyy format. For example, October 5th, 1967 equals 10.05.1967. Item numbers 21A through 21E, Form I-94 Arrival Departure Record. If issued a Form I-94 by CBP or USCIS, provide your Form I-94 number, also called departure number on some versions. Visit www.cbp.gov to obtain a paper version if needed, or file Form I-102 for a replacement. Include passport or travel document information used to enter the U.S., even if expired. Item number 22. Date of last arrival into the United States. Provide the date of your most recent entry in mm.dd.yyyy format. Item number 23. Place of last arrival into the United States. Provide the port of entry for your most recent arrival. Item number 24. Immigration status at last arrival. Enter the letter and number of your status at last entry, for example, B2, visitor for temporary pleasure visits. Item number 25. Current immigration status or category. Provide your current immigration status, for example, F1, student. Item number 26. CVIS number, if any. If issued a CVIS number, enter it here. Item number 27. Eligibility category. Refer to the list in the Who May File Form I-765 section of the instructions and enter your eligibility category. Items number 28 through 28C. C3 3C, STEM Opt eligibility category. If applicable, provide your degree level and major, employer name, E-Verify company ID, or valid E-Verify client company ID. Item number 29. C326 eligibility category. If applicable, provide the receipt number of your spouse's most recent Form I-797 notice for Form I-29. Item number 30. C8 eligibility category. Answer whether you have ever been arrested or convicted of a crime. If yes, follow the special filing instructions for those with pending asylum applications, C8. Items number 31A through 31B, C35 and C36 eligibility categories. Provide the receipt number of your Form I-797 for Form I-140 or your spouse's or parent's Form I-797. Answer whether you have ever been arrested or convicted of a crime. Part 2. Continued. Information about you. Note: if you answered yes to item number 31B regarding arrests or convictions, refer to employment-based non-immigrant categories, items 8 through 9, in the Who May File Form I-765 section of the instructions for guidance on providing court dispositions. Part 3. Applicant's statement, contact information, declaration, certification, and signature. Item numbers 1A through 7B. Applicant statement. Indicate whether you read the application yourself or if you had an interpreter assist you. If someone helped you complete the application, select the box for using a preparer. Sign and date your application. Provide your daytime telephone number, mobile number, if any, and email address, if any. Important: every application must have the applicant's signature, or the parent or legal guardian, if applicable. A stamped or typewritten name cannot replace a signature. Part 4. Interpreter's contact information, certification, and signature. Item numbers 1A through 7B. Interpreter information. If you used an interpreter to read the instructions and questions in a language you understand, the interpreter must complete this section. Provide the interpreter's name, the name and address of their business or organization, if any, daytime telephone number, mobile number, if any, and email address, if any. The interpreter must sign and date the application. Part 5. Contact information, declaration, and signature of the person preparing this application, if other than the applicant. Item numbers 1A through 8B. Preparer information. If someone other than the applicant completed the application, they must complete this section. If the same person acted as interpreter and preparer, they must complete both Part 4 and Part 5. Provide the business or organization name and address, if applicable. Anyone who helped complete the application must sign and date it. Important: a stamped or typewritten name is not acceptable. If the preparer is an attorney or accredited representative, they may also need to submit Form G28, Notice of Entry of Appearance as Attorney or Accredited Representative, along with the application. Part 6. Additional information. Item numbers 1A through 7D. Providing extra space. If you need extra space to answer any question in the application, use Part 6, Additional Information. If more space is required than what is provided, you may make copies of Part 6 to complete or attach separate sheets of paper. On each additional sheet, type or print your name and a number, if any, at the top. Indicate the page number, part number, and item number your answer refers to. Sign and date each sheet. Record keeping. It is recommended to print or save a copy of your completed application for your records and future reference.